Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Y'all watching Rick in the House. Do me a favor and smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. Also, help me reach 1,000 likes and 1,000 subscribers. Now, we're going to get straight into this. We got this Alabama former police officer who was from Alabama who straight up murdered this suicidal man. Now, it all started when this man, his name is Jeffrey Lewis Parker, and he called 911. Dispatchers answered, and he said that he needed help because he was trying to kill himself and everything. And officers responded to it. 3 officers showed up at his house, and they were trying to reason with him. They were trying to de-escalate the situation, trying to get him to drop the flare gun, which he had at his head. And while he was sitting down on his couch, they said. Now, everything, it seems like it was going okay and everything until the big bad wolf comes in. This the officer that is has been convicted of murder. His name is William Benjamin Darby. He is 28 years old, and when he came, he brushed past the officers that were trying to calm the dude down, takes his shotgun, and just boom, straight up executes this man. Just kills him with no remorse, no nothing. Now, he at first they didn't want to put no charges on this cop, and then everything changed, and they put charges, murder charges on him, and he was convicted of murder on August 18, 2021. A jury found him guilty, and he's facing 25 years in prison for what he did. Now, me, I would have added more. Like he needs to spend more time in prison. Just 25 years for a straight up execution, which I think it is. Like, you just coming up and just boom, whatever, not trying to de-escalate the situation like all these other officers are trying to do. Your first reaction is to just shoot this man. I mean, this is the way that people need to understand. Like, when we've been talking about like how these cops are like corrupt and everything, and how they want to shoot first and ask questions later, and those people who are all in support of police officers and think that police officers aren't doing wrong are the ones who are going to be agreeing with what these police officers do. Just like this one right here. They're going to think that what he did was okay. A lot of them are like that. And the people who protect these officers, these politicians, these mayors, governors, Congress, all of them, who protect these officers from their wrongdoings. All their they could abuse their authority. They assault you, take away, abuse your civil rights. Just murder you, and they get just the shoulder brush. That's it. Nothing happens to them whatsoever. They'll still either be on the force, or the only thing that will happen is they'll probably just fire this dude, fire some of these cops sometimes. That's about it. But they get no harsh punishment. Like, what they did what this guy did was a crime. And I don't understand. Every other officer that does something like this, they need to go to jail the same way. And they need to spend more time in jail than anybody else because they sworn to protect the public, which they don't do. A lot of them don't do. Some try to do good, but most of them, they want to abuse their authority, and they're trying to act like they're the good guys in all of this, and all the killings are from everybody else instead of the cops. Nah, that's not true whatsoever. Like every day we're getting stories, reports of officers doing all these wrongdoings, on killing unarmed suspects and everything, and they're getting away with these crimes. But if it's some civilian, there's gonna be no mercy for them. There's no gonna be no brushing off the shoulder, whatever. They are gonna face harsh punishment. They will go to jail, probably spend 25, maybe 30, 40. Sometimes they be giving like these dudes going overboard. They'll give them 100 years. I've seen somebody, like 400 years, 600 years in prison. Sometimes it's for like the crime isn't even that big, and they'll give them like a sentence like that. This shows how corrupt some of the justice system can be. All right, not all of it, but some of it is like corrupt, and it needs to be fixed. And this is the reason why a lot of us don't get no justice. And also it has to do with pretty much like race as well too. But this officer is going to be spending his time in prison, and it seems to me like he will never apologize for what he did. He will never have remorse for what he did. Like he said it himself in an interview also, like when they try to question him and everything. He thinks he did nothing wrong. But here's the funny thing that I found out. The 3 officers that were trying to actually do good, actually trying to de-escalate the situation instead of escalating the situation, guess what happened to them? They're the ones who got fired. I believe that they got, no, not fired, but they got some kind of punishment. They got punishment for their actions. Now, what was it that they did that that got them to be punished? They're trying to help this guy, man, and it seems to me, if they're trying to help this dude, it seems to me like they don't like it when you're trying to do this. They don't care. Like these chiefs of police and everything, if they're gonna think like that, they're gonna fire officers that are trying to actually help the person, like where like there's not gonna be like no trust whatsoever. And this is why like a lot of us don't have faith in the police, these police departments, all right? Because it's all messed up. It doesn't seem like anything is ever going right when it comes to trying to fix this situation with all this abuse of authority, assault, all these murderings that are all these murders that are happening, which a lot of police cause, but they are protected. Nothing is ever going to change. There will never be any trust until they start to punish these officers just like any other civilian. All right. Until then, everything's gonna stay the same way, the same as it is. It seems to me like there's never going to be any change, because this right here could have been fixed, or should have been fixed like years ago, years ago, centuries ago, whatever. It should have been fixed already. Remove that immunity. That's the first step right there. Remove it. And punish these officers like any other citizen in this country. But anybody that's gone through a rough situation with cops and everything, everybody who hears about this and everything, they know. They know that nothing really is going to change. I believe that there will be no change until they take affirmative action. But hey, this is the way it is right here in the U.S. I'm telling you. Like, other places can be a little rough too, but here promises you all freedom and justice and everything. But it doesn't seem like there's any justice when it's in this country, sometimes when it involves race or any other situation, any other reason why they abuse their authority. Like, it could be a black issue. That's one, and also when there's like mental situations that happen with somebody, which they need to get, like, they need to get people who are trained in the profession to handle situations like with suicides or have any other kind of mental breakdown, because officers, they're not trained in this thing, and all they know how to do is just shoot, beat the hell out of you, and arrest you. That's the whole damn truth. This is the truth. Like, no one can excuse this. Like, we know that this is the way that they are, and this is the way that it seems like they will always be. But anyways, you let me know what you think about this, and you're watching Ricky in the House, and we out. Peace.